Yeah, we know that's how it is. But I'm gonna say it anyway. What if like the people, it's like a hard reset without being regurgitated. Reset would be regurgitation, I think. Right? No, a hard reset would be, I don't know. Anyway, and what if it is like that? And it's probably like that when you look at these bottles. That's why I've been looking at these bottles, bro. 'Cause they good, they more good than bad. It's just like they only bad when you don't give up your temptation. But it's almost like they put the people in the bottle that they know that can evolve the world. That kind of lets you know that everybody in the world is concerned about the world's safety. Because when we detach too much from God and we stray away too far from God, we forget to even how to be humans. At this rate, and then the world, the energy can't remain balanced off of just demon time. You know, okay, what I mean by that? Easy. You go around, you talk about folk, and then you calling a killer. The killer talking about someone, you calling the drug addict. Drug addict calling the rapist. Rapist calling the molester. Molester calling the the junkie. I just said it. But anyway, you see what I'm saying? And it really ain't even that many crimes when you look at it. It ain't even that many. 8.2 billion people here. You mean tell me 8.2 billion people is sharing a relationship with this energy? There's more energy out there. That's amazing within itself. That's amazing. You know, I love this sort of. I love this thing. That right there remind me of me. Y'all gonna go buy one and give it to that. But I hope y'all got that man a nice house. I hope y'all got him off the street. And I hope you took up his karma. Whoever decided to do that thought was the hee hee ha ha. You took up that man karma, so make sure you take care of him. That's the way I feel about it. Balance your own energy out. If things ain't going right, you buying that man that sweater, ain't gonna work. You gonna have to really put in work now, since you want to intervene in everybody's energy. But anyway, I still ain't let that go. That ain't even right. See, that's what I gotta work on. I be like, man, why people do that, bro? Look, man, I've been a great comedian my whole life. I've been popular my whole life, even though somebody put me in a position where I ain't supposed to be popular my whole life. And I ain't never, well, when I was a kid, yeah, you know, when you growing up, you gotta realize right from wrong. But once I realized right from wrong, I ain't never pick on nobody who didn't deserve it. That's something weak to do. I wouldn't do that. That's weak. I ain't never pick on nobody who didn't deserve it. That's weak. But anyway, back to what I was saying. So these bottles will be good. Like, it's like, if that's the case, everybody in the world is somewhat concerned about the earth. That's like a relief for a person like me. Like, oh, I thought somebody was here from another galaxy trying to destroy our planet, and we were too stupid to realize it. And we finna kill our own planet because we too stupid to realize it. But now, you know, when you look at it like this, like, it's almost like an emergency uh, reset. Like, just in case we stray, because you once you stray too far away from God, you gonna automatically think you is God in the worst way possible. And you gonna think, I got my job. I did this. I did that. Next thing you know, you're gonna get caught up in these cycles and these loops with bad women and bad men. And you ain't gonna never get out of it. And at this point, you gotta see your heart. You gonna teach other people how not to care about that. And you see, I'm rich. I don't give a damn about nothing. I don't believe in karma. No, I'm super rich. Got everybody I want. And you really don't love yourself. You really don't even like yourself. Because the fact that you can even brag on yourself like that, let everybody know that you don't love yourself. They just too scared to say something. And since they're not saying nothing, they wind up cursing, wind up being lovers of themselves. That's the way energy works, y'all. It's difficult. That's why I tell people, just read the Bible for right now. Even if you like to read other books, read this Bible, bro, because it's like, once you done read it, like I know I read at least 17, if not more. You're going to realize you still haven't decoded. And then I can read this book forever and not decode all well. But the way at the rate I'm going now, I probably could decode it pretty fast if I really want to do that and work on that. But no, I wouldn't need it. It's just something about it, man. There's something about it. It's a magic book. I don't know what it is. The people back then, even the wicked people back then, was at a higher vibration than we are today. So it's like they knew not to do certain things. We just do it. There's something about this book, man. It's magical. And that's why I tell folks when they ask me how did I get through it, the book, don't just read it, decode it. Like the Job, they're not stories for us to say, wow, he went through that. They story to say, wow, he went through all that torture for years. What did he do in between time when he was going through this torture for years? He was being stagnated, forcefully stuck in a room like this, and unable to talk to people, have a lover and everything. That's basically what them Job stories is. You know, David and them in a hole, unable to speak with the people, unable to talk with the people for years. I don't know about the whole part, but Job for years, it had been for years, right? Okay, well, what was the main test for Job? Seeing that Job knew God like me, knew God and Satan played a part in it, Job went on ahead and started strengthening and building his relationship with God. See what I'm saying? But that wasn't, how would you calmly look at something like that? That's what we must ask ourselves. Job went through all that, lost it all. Everybody just reading the story and say, he lost it, but they got it back at the end. Don't even say that part. That don't even count. Look at how long he had to go without. Look at the window of time that he had to watch his foundation be destroyed. It takes time and years to destroy a tower, just like it takes time and years to build one. So he had to watch his whole foundation be dismantled, tortured, and collapsed in front of his eyes, all in within, making sure he still believe and worship and praise God. That's what's amazing. So it's like this is a reset, and it's like the good people. That's why it makes sense for us to be on camera. That's why I told y'all, you might well, if you're trying to find somebody to be crazy, alleviate the fact that people talking to themselves. Because everybody in the future going to be talking to seem like they're talking to themselves. The cameras everywhere. And people going to get comfortable around these cameras and just start talking. And for me, honestly, that helped me wake up. But I ain't never talking to, I was always talking to God. Because see, they put me by myself years ago. And the plan was for me to start talking to myself. They never planned for me to start talking to God. They started out with talking to myself, said he crazy. How can I be crazy? You over there still in mind, you crazy, and the people who helping you even do this is crazy. I don't even think you're supposed to be part of this bottle. You just an out of place individual. I don't know what the hell you probably are a part of the bottle, and you're just an ignorant demon that got to keep attacking just in case we get to our weakest point. Now I understand what your role is. Your role is just to be an irritable insect, a maggot, an insect. I'm a maggot. You're an insect. So that's what that is. Your role is to be an insect, and you get on my nerves. You're a gnat. And so you irrelevant, really. As long as I don't buy into your stuff, and the people who paid you to do this ain't gonna pay no attention to you. So you just stuck, you just doing this. You just doing that all the time. Ain't nobody worried about you. But at the end of the day, you dare to test me. You the demon you the demon that Satan hired to test me in times of testing. Rather I'm doing good or bad, them demons got to come around. That's energy. So we get that. So this made plenty of sense. You put somebody in a structural box, you put somebody in a structural bottle. That lets me know, that's a great relief to me, because that lets me know the whole world care about the earth in some fashion or form. And you attack this person, you show the world and let the world see how this person fight through it and get through it. And this right here gonna make people fight against being whores, fight against being drug addicts, fight against being killers, fight against doing things that's against God. Because at the end of the day, God created the world, and God would destroy the world. So you already know if you stray too far away from God, God would go ahead and regurgitate the world. It ain't gonna destroy the world. It's gonna regurgitate the world and refill the world with better. Let's just try it again. Reset. That's beautiful. It's just. It ain't just me getting my energy in place. It's the people outside of the box as well, like recognizing demons. It's like doing this, everybody's starting to recognize energy again. Because I was just sitting here thinking, bro, we all probably got telekinesis and all that. Because of that itch, I stress that itch so much because I got there physically. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there's probably studies out there about it, but I didn't know nothing about them studies. I got here physically. I really had to be attacked so much to realize, man, when my body doing this, I don't need to do this. So that's amazing. Just imagine though. Okay, now I'm at the point where I'm realizing, what if you can talk to your higher self? I really can't talk to me and my higher self. I don't know what's up with that. It's a bridge. There's a gap right there. I don't know. I felt him right there though. Thank you, buddy. He probably down there with the women. I don't know. I'm just joking. But anyway, so you got your higher self. Now, they are communicating, trying to communicate. How I know? Because when they over here with, if like two lovers want to come together, that higher self, if I look at another woman, that higher self could tell her, if they tapped in, we both angels probably, they tapped in, that higher self. If I decide to look at her, if I decide to look at another woman in lust, that higher self could tell it to the other eye, to tell it to her lower self. Just like my higher self could tell on her lower self to me. You see what I'm saying? It's like, now if we figure out how to connect these energies wholly, and you probably can if you completely stop. I was just sitting here thinking about it, like elevating and praying and meditation, that's good, but faith without works don't count. Now that I've been applying all this to my nature of working and nature of function, ability of physical life, I'm realizing like I'm getting tied in more with the spiritual side. And it's almost like this world can be beautiful. It could be just like heaven, but some reason we made it just like hell. Man, I just said something then, didn't I? We made it, if we can make something look just like hell, who's to say we can't make it look like heaven? So it's like, it was like, okay, then let's go back to Eve eating the apple. It probably was connected to heaven. Eve ate the apple, everybody realized, oh, I'm naked. Oh, I want that man, I don't want this man. Let me go hit that man. And when you look at this stuff, it's so simple. It's like knowledge, teaching actually help redirect us the wrong way, bro. That's why I said in the future, teachers is going to be making a lot of money now. Y'all going to be successful in the future because now you got to tell the truth. Because we done went all these years, a century, manipulating the truth and making everybody feel stupid. And what you did, you warped the energy. Everybody going the wrong way, even your own kids. But hey, as long as they got the great education, you put a lot of money into my child went to Harvard, Stanford, this, but it don't matter where your child gone, because if they ain't got no common sense, it's irrelevant. You know what I'm saying? Because now let's look at energy in that. You got a child, everybody got good education. but you pretty much beat your child to make your child be like you. And your child is mean as hell behind your back, probably. You know what I'm saying? I know about every little bit of everything. Your child mean as hell. Your child kind of child, F you mom, F you dad, and you know, no common sense. So you wasted all that money putting him in that college. And he probably just on purpose. He not gonna do nothing that you put him in college for, and then he gonna spend y'all money and can't wait till you die so he can finish y'all money. Energy. Energy. You want your family to be right, fits the energy. And you putting time in other people's families to study your own family? Stop. This is brilliant though. Like I said, back to the bottom. That's why I say it's more good than harm. You know, it's just the extra attacks on me was first off illegal, I think, and irrelevant. And I think irrelevant, illegal, and I don't even think the people who own the bottle noticed it because they was in cahoots with one another until they actually started putting cameras in to watch everybody. Now you know I've been getting attacked my whole life. My whole life. And they done drove these people crazy because they've been doing it for so long. Like, God told me I was here by myself. And I'm starting to see what he's saying. Like, my family don't act nothing like they used to. It's like, because they didn't get caught, because they didn't get, nobody did their job in this situation. Just about everybody I know lost their soul, bro. And they walking around here with seared hearts. When you don't have a seared heart, you will fix your mistakes. When you are trying to get away from that seared heart and not go to hell when you die and leave here, which all y'all should, if y'all too old to be playing like that, you will make right your mistakes. And the problem is with that is you're going to have to accept that loss. And it ain't even about accepting a loss with my family. Y'all don't like to be humiliated. But what I don't understand is you made me be humiliated my whole life and enjoyed it and actually made videos and stuff and laughed about it and still to this day humiliating me. But you don't want to be humiliated one time in your life? Weird. That's demonic. That's devilish. That makes me know, okay, now what these vessels at? One thing I do know, I know one of these vessels is Diablo, one of these vessels is Satan, and one of these vessels is probably even Beelzebub. Like, it's a lot of strong demonic vessels. Like, just like Michael the Archangel got a vessel. Just like Jesus got a vessel. Well, Satan got vessels too. And Diablo got vessels too. So I'm saying, so who would do wickedness to this degree? Who would do this kind of evil to this degree? Y'all done had a lot of money. Y'all didn't even have to do this. You could have stopped this a long time ago, but you refused to stop it. And you still to this day refuse to stop it. Only a great evil would go that route. Like, it's at this point where you're doing it, and it ain't for the money, you're just doing it to do evil. You're doing it to hurt people. You're doing it to hurt relationships. In this situation, all I seen that been born was AIDS, people hurting each other, families falling apart, and just devouring one another. Put it in the damn microwave and warm it up.